Kamado grills are one of the great multitaskers of the outdoor cooking world, and today we're going to see if the Pit Boss K24 is worth it for you. The Pit Boss K24 is part of our upcoming video on the best XL Kamado grill that's coming here soon on the channel. So if you haven't subscribed, that is one that you don't want to miss. Kamados from different brands going head to head in 15 to 20 tests to see who's the best. That's my kind of content. So hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out. I'm David Gafford with the Barbecue Lab, and when you think of Pit Boss, your mind probably doesn't immediately go Kamado grill, and rightfully so. Pit Boss makes more pellet grills than anything else, but they're not new to the Kamado scene. They currently have two Kamado offerings, a 22-inch large and a 24-inch extra large, and it's the 24-inch that we're going to be looking at today. So let's start with the specifications and dimensions. The K24 weighs a hefty 221 pounds and measures 53 inches wide, a little over 47 inches high, and the manual says a little over 30 inches deep. Now in our real life tests though, we measured the depth, including the hinge and the handle, to be about 33.5 inches. Now when you open the lid though, you need a bit more room since the hinge pivots backwards a bit, which gave us a measurement of around 35 inches deep in case you're thinking about adding this to an outdoor kitchen or a Kamado drawer. Now the grill surface is two tiers. There's the main grate that measures 20 inches wide and an upper grate that measures the same for a total cooking capacity of 662 square inches. Now there's 4 inches of height between the main and upper racks. Now for a temperature range with this grill, you can do everything from cold smoking to high heat grilling, so as low as burning a pellet tube for just a little over 100 degrees, all the way up to grilling in the 600s. Now we assembled our unit with the help of friends, and it took us right around 20 minutes. It was pretty simple, just build the stand, drop in the grill, screw on the handles and the side shelves, and you're good to go. Now this grill is ceramic, so the outside and inside of this grill is all made up of ceramic parts. The exterior is painted and glazed, while the interior is raw and unfinished, just like you'd find in any other Kamado grill. Now the side shelves and the handle are made of poly, which is nice because they won't weather as bad as wood in the rain and moisture. The downside is that if you set a hot pan on a poly shelf, you can melt it, so be careful with hot pans and sparks with this material. Now there's a spring on the back of the unit that aids in lifting and lowering the lid, and it's adjustable depending on how easy you'd like that operation to be. Now the cart is made of strips of metal instead of hollow metal tubing, and I actually prefer it this way. I find that hollow tubing will rust and the wheels will fall off over time, so I like this stand over some of the competition. There are 4 wheels and 2 of them are lockable to make sure it doesn't slide off the back patio and into the yard, which for a Kamado grill can be a very bad thing. Just ask my Kamado Joe, Big Joe, about how that went. I could talk about how it's built all day, but let's fire this thing up and show it in use since that's what it's really all about. Now we started off by cooking a chuck roast from Porter Road for some Mexican pulled beef. I started the grill with some lump charcoal and used my grill gun to light it up and get it to temperature. My goal for this cook was to settle the grill in between 275 and 300 degrees and let the grill do the work. Now we let the roast smoke for about 4 hours before we put it in an aluminum pan with some beef broth to braise the meat until it fell apart and we could pull it. Now simply delicious low and slow Kamado cooking. Now for a hot and fast cook, we did some orange chicken lollipops that have quickly become favorites of the kids. Now if you'd like the recipe in detail, I'll put it up here in the card and down in the description below because it's just 3 ingredients and it's delicious. We sourced the chicken legs from Porter Road, and if you haven't checked them out as your online butcher, give them a look. I'll drop a link below where you can see all that they offer, but the meat that we've gotten from them is super good. We cooked the chicken legs until they hit an internal temperature of about 160 degrees, and then glazed them and put them back on to set the glaze, and here's how they turned out. Kamado grills are great to cook hot and fast on, still using the deflector plate to keep heat indirect, and the K24 did great with this recipe. Now we took the deflector plate out and set the grill up for direct grilling next, and we picked up a whole beef tenderloin at our local Gordon food market and cut it into fillet steaks for Melissa's parents' 50th anniversary. Now we fired up the grill to about 500 degrees and put some steak on both the factory grates and a grill grate panel to see the difference between the two. We use grill grate panels on almost all of our barbecue grills here at the Barbecue Lab, so we like to see the difference when we are testing. Now, if you want to see if there's a set of grill grate panels for your grill, check the link in the description below, and they probably have a set you can just drop in on your existing grates. We turned and flipped the steaks every 2 minutes to get those good grill marks that everyone loves, and here's how they turned out when we pulled them at 130 degrees internal. Beautiful steaks, better grill marks on the grill grates, but more charring on the factory grates. Now, slicing into them, both look a perfect medium rare, which is how we like them around here, and the K24 did a beautiful job. Now, cleaning a Kamado is something that needs to be done every cook, with a deeper cleaning every couple of cooks, but here's how that shakes out. Every time I start up the grill, I put on a pair of insulated grill gloves and push the charcoal around the fire ring to knock off the ash of the charcoal that can be reused from the previous cook. I'll then add in some lump charcoal to the level that I'm looking for based on what I'm cooking, and then I'll open the air intake and clean out all of the ash from the previous cook. I just use this tool with a small hook on the end to grab the ash and small bits of charcoal that might inhibit airflow and pull that into an ash bucket before I light up the grill. For a deeper cleaning, I'll pull out all of the charcoal and sweep out the ash and the firebox with our shop vac. I'll take a damp cloth and wipe down the outside, and that's about all it takes to clean the K24. Now, Pit Boss offers a 5-year warranty on the K24, and you can learn more about what's covered and how it works over on the Pit Boss website. So you've seen the specs, you've seen the cooking tests, the measurements, and all kinds of other info on this K24 by Pit Boss. So let's talk about who this grill is designed for. Now, coming in at $899 at the time of this video, the K24 is truly a value Kamado in today's market. If you were looking at a comparable green egg, you'd need to spend over double this amount to have the same accessories and cooking space. Now, that's really saying something about where this unit sits in the market. Since this comes with the deflector plate for indirect cooking, both the upper and the main cooking grate, the side shelves, and the stand, this is a value in Kamado cookers where you can be fully up and running for less than $1,000. Now, if you were looking at the Kamado Joe version of the same, you'd be talking well over twice as much, almost to 3 times as much for their XL size. Now, if you're looking to get into the Kamado game and you like to cook for a crowd, give the K24 from Pit Boss a look. I'll put a link below where you can check out the current price and see if there are any sales or deals going on right now on the K24 to save you some hard-earned cash. Now, if outdoor cooking is your thing, please consider subscribing to the channel. We have some great content like the best XL Kamado Roundup that we've been working on for 6 months, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Now, if you want to see behind the scenes on all of the shenanigans that we're up to here at the Barbecue Lab, follow us on social. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and more, so hit us up on your favorite channel and laugh with us about the things that don't make it into our YouTube videos. Now, I'm David Gafford from the Barbecue Lab, and I will see you next time.